يا اخي
ولا انا على فكره ولا بلعب ولا بعرف العبها اصلا. حبوها عملوا سيبريت جيم هيك وانت.
امم
روك ستار.
وين محمود؟ وين محمود يجي يضحك ضحكة الكرنج؟
الله اسمع، محمود صفار حيلعب ألف لعبة لكن مش حيلاقوا لعبة زي هاي للأسف. مخهم ما بتحمل الكلام اللي بنسمع في اللعبة هاي، ما
صح
بتحمل.
والله، والله جد جد. تعرف لحد الان اكثر قصة عجبتني قصة مارت اول جيرد نفسه. الله، خرافية.
اه بتجنن.
حاط صورة مرته، شو اسمه، كفر وول بيبر لتليفوني.
ويست.
read the bestiary glossary. bestiary قاعد تحضر؟
اه اقرأها. هاي
هي شو
عن
اسمها؟
الوايت.
وايت صح؟ مش ملاقيها بس.
مم.
إليمانتا
الو.
دراكارس. لا.
والله شوف ذا تلاف.
شو؟ هايبريد اوف. والله شو هذا جرتني يا اخي، زنخ 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 هذا.
اي
بيل
واحد هذا الجيسوس.
بيل ويدوز.
اه السنتبيد زبالة.
تعرف هذا يا عمر سبوتد وايت؟ ايش هذا؟ هو سبوتد وايت. This defense against spotted whites. Stay
اه
calm and leave them alone. Fragment of
اقرأها منيح.
The Witcher's drove to extension. حلو.
سبحان
ايوه.
الله. يلا يلا شوف كيف حيفوت هسه. مع محمد. محمد
يس.
اسمع،
نعم.
اقول لك شغله تقتلهاش، تقتلش الوايت.
خلاص اوكي. I trust you.
That stench.
ايوه. تاني رقم.
يا اخي شايف روتش وفجأة بوقف بنص الركض، قهرني.
The dresses, bandages. What's that about? Come on now. How long you gonna make me wait? our guests. Never a good omen.
ايش هذا؟ The fuck؟ عمر شوف السيف هذا. شوف كم بيطير الكريتيكال هيت. وينه؟ هي 50% كريتيكال هيت دامج بونص. تخيل.
Strange. Get a sense that the spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm. A message. Trying to tell me something.
عمل
I
فيك
shall sit
لصفار.
and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Sounds like a curse, all right. Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around. None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. What a pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva. White's obsessed. Real collector. Thoroughbred. She was changing into a monster. Recorded it in her diary. Poignant. Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship. Must have graced a rich man's table.
الو
اه
تقول ليش قتلتها؟
موت تعرفها. لا بمزح.
Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Smashed mirror. As if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. The monster. Journal's author, maybe? No spoon you have shall sate you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. Key. Sophisticated crafting. Tag bears a description. White's a true clue. White's obsessed. Real collector. humans. Doubt they came here willingly. This had anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It makes sense.
حتحضر الويتشر سيريز؟
طبعا، شو بتمزح انت؟ بستناها يوم ورا يوم. يوم ورا يوم.
Woman's name scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic. No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death. Broken neck. Indentation in the skull's lateral surface. Smacked in the head with something heavy. Right arm bit right off. Teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him. Actually does seem like a White's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here.
تعرف اني خايف.
Spoon, pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Thousands of them here. White's been a collector for years.
شوف كم سبون.
مو شايف.
ما بتذكرك بحد؟
ايوه، شو قصدك؟ ماستر ميرور؟ اوديم؟ ما بتذكرك في حد؟ سبون كي معاي. ايه ورا العرض.
انت مكانك مش هون، مكانك فوق.
Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
لقلق.
ايها اللقلق.
انا ما دورتش هون. ما دورتش هون.
I was looking for. White's not particularly tidy. Table's set. White who lives here is getting ready for some sort of feast. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse, and it's been trying desperately to lift it. It's empty.
والله شكله good boy هذا الوايف.
Afraid he won't get
حزن.
that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot.
الخزانة اللي ورا.
ما ببين.
Observe the cauldron.
لا ما هي اصلا هيك حتتخبط الخزانة.
لا بقول لك مبين.
Don't kill it.
طيب خلاص جيسوس. اصلا ما كنتش ناوي اني اقتله بعد ما شفت الايفيدنس انه بحاول يشيل الكيرس وهي كانت بنت اصلا.
مقلوبة. ايوه يلا. ايوه. قاعد تعمل بامية هاي.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it.
Nobody shall dine with you. But I'm gonna dine with you.
You tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest.
شو تسوي؟
الشاي.
خذه.
ليش عن تليفونك؟
مش مهم هذا.
Just need a bit for Regis. And now we'll tend to you. Need to get this right. Words of the curse were, none shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror.
أيوة. Let's eat not using the spoons, صح؟
أعيد هذا بدك تأكد.
We can't use spoons. No, that won't work. You've been looking for a spoon that would feed you, but there's no such spoon. You need to eat without spoons.
والله مسكين يا أخي.
Open your eyes. You need to see your likeness.
الو
اه
تويتشر والله تويتش.
احضر الستريم والله بمشن بتجنن انا.
Think it worked. Just not quite like I expected. Need to see what happened to the white. Won't be hard to find given its stench.
روك ستار محمود. والله الانجلي ممتاز.
اوف نزلوا هاي وان بيساكا اسود فورم.
Easy. It's
اشتريه.
not gonna hurt you.
اوف هيها.
Eat. I must eat.
I'll take you someplace safe.
طب شو قلت لي اليوم لاعب كريسماس ولا شو لاعب
شو
كريسماس؟
هاي الفوتمس هاي؟
لعبة
وين؟
كريسمس.
نزل ولا لسه بكره صح؟
بكره.
فوتماس بنزلوا
اعطونا
لاعبين
باك؟
هاي.
لا لا.
بيعطوا باكات اللي
تمزح.
بيعطوا
ببلاش؟ ولا لازم اس بي سي قصدك؟
لا ببلاش.
اوف.
اوف.
So I took her by the hand and led her here. Seemed the only sensible place for her.
You did the right thing, sir. She should
شوف وين بيساكا تبعي اشتريته ب29,000 هلا
Don't
مش
worry, sir.
موجود.
I shall see to
Think.
everything. She is safe here and in good hands. She'll soon be back on her feet.
Might actually take a
هلا
while.
مش
She hadn't
موجود.
eaten anything in over 100 years when
وين
I found her.
بيساكا؟
Horrid. Whatever brought this about?
Told me her story on the way here. Her name's Marlena. She was once the very beautiful and proud heiress to the Trastamara estate. One evening, when she was holding a banquet for friends, a beggar came to her gate seeking alms. He had a bowl and a spoon with him. He sat outside her fence and waited.
I've heard of the custom. An ancient rite of hospitality that obliges one to give food and drink to such a guest lest he depart hungry. To neglect the custom is to bring great misfortune down upon oneself.
Marlena didn't care a whit for the old customs. She drove the man off, saying she'd rather feed the leftovers from her feast to her dogs than to give the beggar anything. The beggar then broke his spoon, cast a curse. She was beautiful, so he said she'd never wish to look at herself in the mirror again. Since she adored feasts, he swore no one would ever wish to sit and dine with her. And as she even refused him the crumbs from her table, he swore she'd never find a spoon in the world that would sate her hunger.
A harsh punishment. I imagine lifting the curse was hardly simple.
Curses are tricky. They play on irony. Always gotta figure out what the catch is. Marlena had spent decades looking for a way to lift it. Transformed into a wight, she stole spoons and lured folk into her home, trying each time to get them to dine with her. Didn't work.
So what?
شو قصدك بالسبونز يا
To sit down
عمر؟
and share a meal with her, of their own free will.
بذكرنك بحدا.
They had to eat without using spoons and make her look at her reflection.
That's it? That was all it required?
Simplest solutions are sometimes the last that come to mind. Besides, when you're a wight, it's pretty damn hard to find willing human company for a feast.
I imagine so.
انت مش سامع الباك جراوند
It is
سونج؟
now over.
ايش الها هاي؟
Please, don't worry. She will be in good hands.
اغنية جونتر رودم هاي.
بقول لك. ها.
Thanks. Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
ايوه وين الستاش وين الستاش وين الستاش؟ شو اسمها؟ ادفرسري فايروس. داري حلوة. شوف. ايوه
والله لسه موجودة هاي اللي بتاكل.
هسه بشوف.
I thank you. So tasty. Oh, so good.
ايوه. وين عرض الستاش؟ ايوه. In my heart forever. ايوه هي الستاش.
So what? I keep it grown up, scaring my fence again. What a show. Keep it real, my niggas keep it real at these hoes.
ايوه.
Come on. Slower.
قاعد ألعب كول أوف ديوتي.
قاعدين نحضر لعبة.
طيب هيني جريت الريد ميوتيجن. طيب
شو؟
لحظة،
شو؟
اول شي قاعد بدي اعمل شو اسمه كرافتنج.
Foi fácil, foi uma decisão fácil, vendo o poderio que tem a Juventus. Como disse muitas das vezes, para mim é uma das melhores equipas do mundo. Foi uma decisão que já vem do tempo. Como disse, companheiros próximos sempre dizia que era um clube que eu também gostava de ter jogado.
والله حلو الجيرزي تاع يوفنتوس الجديد.
اي
فيش اصلا لعبه رخيصه.
Mas esse sempre assim, sempre difícil.
والله شفت جول صلاح امبارح يقولوا عنه مستحيل.
احسن من ميسي صراحه.
عمر اقرا هاي اياها توكسيك بلود ولا ماجيك سنسبيليتيز؟ عم بقول توكسيك بلود احسن.
لا اعمل الاحمر الاتاك بتصير
بدي جريتر ريد ميوتيجن. ما عنديش، بدي كمان واحدة بس. يلا بعد هالمشن بعملها. ما لقيت وانا قاعد الوط.
عادي مش مستعجل، بتلاقي وانت بتلوت انت بتخليش شيء.
يم
عليك امتحان بكره؟
خلصت.
خلصت؟
Think your friends
يعني هلا
can
انت
make for a
معطل
nice
لمتى؟
broth.
5-1.
Clearly honed your sense of
شو؟
We are not
خمسة واحد.
cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue from their hand. It will suffice to prepare some resonance.
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. The Raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Pretty helpful creatures. Calling them often?
I try not to overdo it, but they can be so useful. As they were now, when I merely needed to be sure I could arrive in time should things go sour.
Managed fine alone, but thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned the last ingredient, too. What about that?
That, I fear, might prove troublesome. You see, to use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem. I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to help. Right, Regis?
It's not that simple, I'm afraid. While you were away, I tried my damnedest to identify a replacement, but alas, none such exists.
Not sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw some of your blood?
The blood must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know, higher vampires can change their corporeal shell. As our flesh changes, so does our blood's chemical composition. To make a long story short, I shall need to induce in myself a state of strong psychokinetic arousal. In brief, madness, morbidity. That stands to be very, very dangerous.
Dangerous? Why? I mean, you'll still be you, right?
True, but I shall be highly agitated, in a state of fury. You know better than I that fury cannot be controlled. If you've ever seen an enraged vampire, you know very well that all who find themselves nearby will be in grave danger.
How will we handle that? I'd rather not have you lunge at me, claws extended.
That makes two of us. But worry not. I've thought it through very thoroughly. Details to follow soon.
لكن
So
ما
what do you wanna do?
everything
We shall visit Tesha Mudna, an ancient vampire estate. There we will find cages suspended in the air. I will enter one, be confined. You will lure beasts there. Beasts you will then kill. The bloodletting should prove profuse.
She was
Abundant
gonna
enough so
break
that
my
the blood
heart
scent will drive
regardless.
me mad.
As I took it and I
Wild.
put it down the garbage. Stupid bitch in here missing to the target.
Tesham
Nonsense, man.
What's it like?
It is a place of torment. A torture chamber. Long ago, shortly after we'd arrived in this world, one among us named Kagmar developed such a taste and lust for human blood that in one night he could imbibe an entire village. This brought trouble on the entire species. Common folk, wearied quickly of living in constant fear, they began to hunt us, seek the aid of mages and witches in tracking us down.
So what? Not like they could ever hope to kill you.
But they were bothersome. Forgive the comparison, but when did you last enjoy mosquitoes buzzing around your head? In any case, the other vampires decided something had to be done. Kagmar had to be caught and punished. A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Tesham-Mutna. Inside it, a cage made entirely of a special alloy of silver, dalvinite, and meteorite steel. Kagmar was captured and locked in the cage. Sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time, never able to escape. Thus I know the cage will withstand the fury to which we shall drive my humble being.
See no reason to dawdle. Tesham-Mutna. Take me there.
In a moment. Just one last thing.
What was that?
Blood. Oh, the last favor the Raven did me. I've also taken some Sangurium, a solution that sharpens one's sense of smell. One drop of blood shall smell like a gallon to me now.
You crazy? You're a recovering addict.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt. You must remain calm. I have no choice. As things stand, the die is cast.
يا أخي عندي شك
Time
أنا
to set off for Tesham-Mutna.
ريجس
My head's
ريجس هو نفسه الهاي فايباير.
You're starting to smell quite tasty.
And you're starting to scare me.
ايش هو قصدك يعني هاي
هو
هاي
الهاي
فاير
هو الهايست هو هذاك اللي بيقول if you acknowledge any gods start praying now صح؟
لا
I don't believe you.
لا تشمتنا. اسمع هالمكان لوته منيح هالمكان.
بدي اروت
في ارمر خرافي.
بدي اروت حساب محمود انا.
We have arrived.
والله في ارمر
The
خرافي.
sacrificial chamber of torture and torment lies underground.
Sure you know what you're doing?
I can only hope. I
والله
do.
المهمة بتذكرها يا اخي زنخة.
The longer we delay, the less control I shall have of my faculties. I'd really prefer not to hurt you.
You lead.
acknowledge شو يلا كيط صار تحكي فلسطيني يلا كيط.
Scurvers must be getting close to their feeding
أكيد.
ground.
Correct. I
نقطاء.
told you there'd be danger.
The Witcher and Superman actor Henry Cavill revealed during a
بدي
panel
انزل على
at Argentina
عكبة.
Beyond
that he plays Overwatch.
An ancient
When asked what
vampire
is his
dungeon.
main, he said
Seen a
he
lot of
plays
things in my
Symmetra.
time. Nothing quite like this, though.
I feel honored. A man with such a wealth
يعني
of
سوبرمان
experience
بيلعب
is
Overwatch.
about to
ايش
show
بدنا على
you
احنا؟
something new. Now,
تضو
to open it.
هيك ما تفوش الضوء وراهم.
How the hell?
It's an ancient form of protection against unwanted guests. The mechanism which releases the latch reacts only to a higher vampire's blood.
Tricky mechanisms, a vampire hideout. Fortified, secured. Must have been important to your species once, Toussaint.
That's it.
جوا كنت بتذكر يا اخي الارمر هاي.
ان شاء الله اللوت كويس ترى.
It shall always be so. During the conjunction, the gate from
Shut up.
Ireland to this one opened upon this land and no other. This was the first place we saw.
Ooh, fuck. ما اقدر اعمل مددات. meditation.
Victim's been disemboweled, intestines ripped clear out. Scurvers have gnawed on this corpse repeatedly. Human husbandry and care? Is for real?
The author observed humans, their behavior, over the many years he spent reading them. Morally suspect though it may be, it's a thorough survey of the topic. It's not far now, Geralt.
This place. There's evil here. Death hangs in the air.
Yes. A great many beggars have breathed their last here.
Glyphs are carved into the rock. Coated with blood used to be. They mean something?
They're emblems, symbols of, well, what you would call tribes, dispersed throughout the world after the conjunction.
وين الماسك؟
My ancestors placed them here to remind us all where we came from.
Cells? Who for?
Ah, disgraceful. Excruciatingly so, this particular page from our history. I'd rather not summon the demons of the past if it's all right with you.
And this one is this glyph. Which tribe's this?
They ventured beyond the sea.
charming place. But what are all those cages for? Mentioned one vampire being kept here.
Yes, well, you see, humanitarians is something my ancestors were not. They concluded Kagmar would best be punished if he were tormented with the scent of blood he could not taste. Thus, they also kept humans here. Humans whose blood they slowly let. Kagmar ranted and raged in pain as those humans slowly bled to death.
They treated them like livestock. Live bait.
I'd like to be able to turn back time, deny it, but alas, I can do neither. Feel shame for my brethren. That is all I can do.
Don't take it so hard. Nothing.
هسه لما جيرالت قال my brethren killed all the whites كان قصده عن فيزيمير صح؟ ولا عن ويتشرز الثانيين؟
Ideally at the tunnel entrances. The scent will spread most effectively there.
فيزامير والويتشرز يعني شركاء يعني.
The bait at the tunnel entrances. Monsters will catch its scent more quickly.
When I think how these tunnels got here, send shivers.
It was the natural order of things. The place reeked of death and it attracted necrophages.
محمود احضر الستريم بما انك مش قاعد تعمل شيء.
والله ما بحضر. بعدي بحضر.
شو؟
بعدي فلوس بحضر.
عمي طيدي. اصلا انت لازم تدفع لي عشان افرجيك. تحضر افخم لعبة بالتاريخ.
هذا شوفه.
لا والله 720p.
Doesn't look like anything special.
I told you, Kagmar thrashed about inside it for over 2 centuries. Appearances can be deceiving.
طب ما انا بدي احط الزفت هون.
Three done. One left. Think this'll work?
I certainly hope so. Its stench is so thick, I'd wager it carries clear to Novigrad.
This'll hold. Doesn't look like anything special.
I told you, Kagmar thrashed about inside it for over 2 centuries. Appearances can be deceiving.
Bait set. What now?
I shall enter the cage. You must chain me inside. The bars are made of an alloy that will prevent me from transforming into mist.
Kinda thought you wouldn't want to.
I should be in great pain. My sole thought being to stop that pain. I cannot know what I will do. We must hurry. The beasts have caught the scent, and also my head started spinning.
That the blood?
Someone who's never experienced a vampire's bloodlust does not know the true meaning of thirst.
Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what did you do once I uttered it?
Don't know. Get down. Somehow.
لازم تعرف
I just smelled the blood.
الو.
يس. اوه شو
مخبره هذا.
دحش
I shall overcome.
دحش
need to hang on a little longer. Blood'll dry in a few hours. Scent won't bother you anymore.
عشان تصير تحضري وتنزل على
Get you out of here.
عندهم مسلسل اسمه ذا ويتشر. هاي اللعبة طبعا يمكن صرت حاط فيها أكثر من 100 ساعة.
You can't finish it in this state. Tell me how. I'll help you.
زي تبعت البنتين.
قصة هاي.
تبعت البنتين.
Life is strange.
وفي واحدة ثانية تبعت زومبي.
The Walking Dead.
Any better?
Far from ideal. And some time must pass before I fully recover. But yes, a bit better, thank you.
Yeah, ecstasy.
Resonance. It's ready.
على فكرة الروسيليون أحسن من مندي يا محمود.
The proportions were exact. Only time precise. This is important, Geralt.
والله وأنا راح أشتري أصلا.
Deviation.
كيف عرفت؟
رحت على الكتبين شفت الكومنتات الكل قاعد يقول ذا بست ليفت باك.
In that case, let's begin.
طب لونجليه زبالة؟
تعرف مين الممثل جيرالت؟ هذا اللي شعره أبيض كان سوبرمان هنري كابل. أبصر شو
مين كمان؟ مين كمان فيه بالفريق؟ ديونج. ديونج يا عمر شو؟
ديونج والله دخل لي جول أخيرا. لا لونجلي ممتاز.
طب هو ولا هاي؟
ترى مبين وضوحه مش كثير عشان 2015.
Excuse me.
I
shall only take a minute.
You jumped the queue, sir.
But Count, sir, you must understand. I've a meeting. The Count...
Sir, you were next. Please, take a seat. This gentleman was here first. Step down or you shall regret it.
Fails to realize he was your friend, Count.
الو.
It was then I ordered him to give up his seat and step off the step. If only you'd seen his face. We got him good, didn't we, Detlef? And then Mother insisted we buy the mill. Curious, eh?
لازم احضر الكاتسين هذا ولا اعمل سكيب؟
لا مهم. والله شو سكت سكيبات لكاتسينز انتو يعني.
بعمل لسادي كويست بس هذا مش عارف. سكر الباب دفحت.
But at least I've a yarn to spin for friends and associates.
اقعدي.
Forgive me. What?
ايوه عشان هيك قطع ايده. ليش قتله بس ما بينش ليش قتله.
هو بيقدرش يعمل كنترول للباور بتاعته.
ايوه
هيك بينفعل بسرعة هذا الفامباير.
مجنون شكله.
You ride like a squirrel caught in a snare. I'd begun to fear they were death throes, that you'd departed.
دتلف.
Sure wasn't pleasant, but it worked.
What did you see?
Delacroix. His death did not come easy. Seems Dettlaff had made friends with him. Still killed him, chopped up his corpse, and he was overcome with fury, remorse. Cut off the hand that had committed the murder.
Interesting. And entirely unlike the Dettlaff I know. See anything else?
Saw a moment. Delacroix did something selfless. Was kind to Dettlaff. Guess it could have been the start of their friendship.
Why the uncertainty?
Nothing extraordinary about it. Normal, everyday situation, really. Visions were supposed to issue from strong emotions.
Clearly, the situation provoked such emotions in Dettlaff. Keep in mind, he did later murder Delacroix.
Killing someone who's grown dear to us, it's bound to elicit strong emotion. Vampires are no different in that regard. Did you see anything else?
There was something. Showed up twice in the vision. The bootblack stand. Dettlaff first met Delacroix there. Went back after the murder, actually.
Peculiar.
Stand was somewhere in the Port District. And the bootblack acted as if he knew Dettlaff.
That would be even odder. Perhaps we should have a chat with the lad.
بتعرف مين اللي ودالي المسج؟ هو نفس الولد هذاك اللي كان يعمل
Go
بوت.
talk to him. Coming with.
I shall join you later if it's no trouble. I don't yet feel strong enough to venture out.
That's fair. Rest up. Be back as soon as I learn anything.
ما لقيتش درع بالمكان هذاك يا عمر. لقيت بس مش طل. لقيت جلوفز وبوتس بس.
لا معناته لمرحلة ثانية.
Y'all got any of them pixels?
على طول على
لقيت فيه شو اسمه. لا ما لقيتش. فاك.
Someone placed an illusion here.
ايوه. Damn, son. Aha. 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 لك شوف السيلفر سورد هذا. بدي اروح اشتري جريتر انا يا اخي. ما راح اغير هذول الاسلحه الاثنين هسه، مستحيل اغيرهم. شفت السيف يا منوب عمر. محمود anyone.
So how would you explain it? Whether it pours for a week or the sun bakes our pipes, we've always mud up to our ankles here.
You can't blame me for Beauclair's fickle weather.
Fickle weather? I've seen you. You empty your chamber pot in front of our shop each morn, so folks with dirt in their boots go to you to get them cleaned.
A far-fetched conspiracy theory, sirs.
I'll conspire to welt your bum with my belt. Come here.
Leave him alone.
Just who the spit are you?
A witcher, and I'd advise you to go back where you came from.
I thought witches defend men from monsters, not cheats from justice.
Need to talk to the boy.
You can chat to him all you like, after we tan his hide. So stand down.
Not gonna happen.
Won't it?
الو
Well, then we'll thrash you as well.
لقيت سيف بجنن سيلفر سورد.
انتهت؟ ترى اكبس الجير عشان تعمل بوينت عليهم.
بقول يا اخي بحضر فيديوهات بيعملوا بوينت عليهم.
بس هاي بس لما تكون ضد واحد مش ضد 1000 واحد.
What's the meaning of this? The brawl? Who started it?
I'm investigating the beast on the Duchess's orders.
Ah, yes. We've heard of you. And these men, what are they doing?
Obstructing my investigation.
Understood. Right. A few days in the clink ought to teach them not to impede official duchy business. Come on.
ربيتهم. Y'all got any more of them pixels?
Fist, sir. Wouldn't be looking for work, would you? We'd make a fine duo.
Listen, I'm interested in a certain gentleman.
Wait! Before we get to talking, please, take a seat.
But my boots are clean.
In this city, no boots are clean unless they just come off my stand. A seat, sir, please. So then, who was it you wanted to ask about?
One of your patrons. Tall, elegant black frock. Not from around here.
An arrival? Indeed. I hear a faint bell ringing. A modest sum might make it sing out loud and clear.
How much?
Let's say 500 crowns.
What? Gotta be kidding me. What would you even do with that kind of coin?
Expand my venture. I'm sure you can imagine. Have a proper stand with a big sign. I want a new box too. New polishes, new brushes. And if I've enough coin left, I'll buy a share in a launderer's. Get wastewater for free.
Got it all planned out.
I should think so. Capital is all I require.
No way. Not about to contribute to your shady venture. Tell me what you know for free.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir.
والله مسكين
As you
الولد
wish,
يا
sir. I know the fellow
مين؟
you seek, though I don't know his
احفظ
name.
الزين.
A steady patron. Gets his
بس
boots
ايش رايك
cleaned
في
every
الاكترس
few
يا
days.
محمد؟
He's very good to me.
الاكسي.
Pays me
ما انا ملفلها على ليفل الاكسي.
No.
وفرت علي مصاري الدنيا.
Perhaps he'll stop by.
Don't have the time for that. Sure you don't know where to find him? Or maybe notice which direction he came from?
When I clean boots, sir, I do not look up to see where folk come from. I clean.
It seems you're having a rough go of it.
Oh, you're here. Feeling better?
I am, thank you. The local necropolis. The air does wonders for me. Now, if I might intercede, I dare say I've the right question to ask. Young man, you see this vial? One drop added to your boot polish will help you wipe even the most encrusted boot.
احضر الستريم يا محمود.
With it, you will serve 3 times as many patrons at a fraction of the effort, and piles more coin. I'm prepared to give you this vial if you tell me where the man we seek lives.
You won't hurt him, will you? The gentleman's art true, but he's kind.
In point of fact, he's a friend. Yet we had a falling out of sorts and would like to straighten matters out.
I leave his boots at the door of a house near the port. The door is red, but I do not know if the gentleman lives there.
Worth checking. Might happen on a lead.
Would you let me scrape the dirt off your kickers before you go? With all due respect, sirs, your boots could stand a cleaning.
Thank you. Perhaps later.
بيشبه ابن عمي هذا الولد. هيك مبغبج والله. امشي يا ريجس النجس. ريجس النجس هذا. اركض اركض القمامة.
We've no time to lose. It's not far from what the lad said.
Sure hope we don't scrap door. One the boot black mentioned.
We shall talk later.
والله صلاح لعيب.
Won't budge. Gotta break it down.
You might just as well stand out in the street, pound on a drum and holler, "Detlef, I'm coming for you." A bit more finesse, I implore you.
Let's hear your idea.
Give me a moment.
Nice. Ever consider becoming a burglar? Skill like that'd come in awful handy.
I considered it briefly, but ultimately concluded it would be terribly dull. Come.
Sense him.
No, he's not here, but he was here recently. His scent is still strong.
Hello.
Let's look around.
فيديو فايل هذا شكله.
use to anyone. Shame. Must have brought someone joy sometime.
طب محمود
Somebody fixed this recently.
مفكر اجيب راشفورد ارد اشتريه.
ليه؟
No dust mark.
مش انه برد خرا بس الكيمستري مأثر يا اخي.
والله محمود كيف
طب
قال
فاردي نزل له انفورم يا عمر فاردي اشتريه.
Nice little trinket.
ولك الكيمستري ابصر يا اخي، مش قاعد تجيب باصات. والله مش عارف هيك تجي له الكرة ابصر شو بصير فيه.
انا والله عشان هيك ما عملتوش سريع وكل شيء، بس يا اخي في اخطاء الدنيا.
ف عندي واحد مهاجم كويس بيعمل لينك ممتاز بين مارسيال وديمبلي.
ديمبلي لاكازيت.
لا جيبوش اوعك ايوه.
طب لاكازيت يا مان والله ممتاز.
اخي اوباميانج قديش حقه؟
100 وشيء.
تتذكر انت فيفا اللي قبلها كان عندك اياه يا محمد صح؟
كان عندي كان عندي فريق محترم في 19.
We know also of your weakness for the wench they call Renowed. Now you know this. We shall chain her down and bet rats' feet on her. We shall flay the skin from her flesh. Yet you can save her. You need but travel to Beauclair, where you shall slay 5 men in the manner we prescribe. You must complete the killing in 3 days. Fail, and the next letter you receive will contain a memento of your failure. Your beloved's finger.
There you have it. Proof positive Detlef killed not of his own accord. Blackmailer sunk his claws into it.
Any idea what it could be? Detlef have any enemies?
Indeed. Detlef gains foes occasionally, but they never live long.
One might have managed to evade him.
Possible in theory, but I know of none. It would have to be someone devilishly dangerous. As you well know, having faced Detlef yourself,
whoever it is someone new.
Who's Renowed?
His one-time lover. The sole human woman with whom he was very close. Because she accepted him. With her aid and care, he found a place for himself in this hostile world. She began the work that I strive to continue.
Never meet her?
Never had the pleasure, alas. She deserted him a time before he came round to save me, though he always claimed she'd gone missing.
Why do you think that? Any signs or clues to that effect?
None to be found. Apparently she disappeared one day. Her
طب
belongings
فاردي يا عمر
disappeared.
نزل له انفورم.
Not a scenario when associated with kidnapping.
In my humble opinion, she left on her own. Scared
شو
off
بوينت واحد اقوى مثلا؟
rage that revealed his other, more monstrous side.
Detlef have trouble letting go, accepting that she'd left him.
Is that so hard to believe?
متأكد بكره بعطونا
Do you
فاكر؟
know no humans
بلاش؟
who just such a thing? And
مستحيل.
Detlef is so much more emotional than most humans. Not only was she his beloved, his lover, his mate, she was a member of his pack. And one never leaves one's pack voluntarily.
والله زمان مش ماكل شيبس انا.
Detlef ever try to find her? I mean, if she's that important, higher vampires have their ways, all kinds. Should have been easy as pie for him.
Geralt, as you rightly noted, we are vampires, not miracle workers. He searched for months on end before giving up. Clearly Renowed knew him all too well. Enough to cover her tracks, leave no way for him to find her.
Even if Renowed did abandon him that time, looks like someone's actually kidnapped her this time.
Hard to argue with that. And hard to foresee what he's prepared to do to free her, get her back.
He's prepared to kill, that's clear.
As would you be for Yennefer. He kills for he cares for her deeply. And that blood, those individuals, they mean nothing to him.
Yeah, I get it now. He's out to rescue a female from his pack.
Exactly.
Right, so someone's blackmailing him. We know that. Still have no idea who. Need to look around some more.
There's a witch's answers. لوت.
Sometimes I think I might end up like one of these toys.
جربت اخلصها باكيت كبير دوريتوس، جربت اخلصه حيصير فيني انا.
كان بخلصه بثاني هذا ترى.
Look, slips of paper, name on each. Count Crespi, Count Dulac, Milton de Peyrac Peyrin, Count Delacroix.
Detlef's victims, one and all. But that's not his hand.
Must have come from whoever wrote the letter. All of it written using the same ink.
طب عمر حتحضر المباراة ريال مدريد ولا باريس؟
Died with cinnabarite, rare mineral, pretty much found only in
Nazaire. But I fear it means very
ضد
little.
مين؟
Anyone could have imported such.
فريق زبالة.
Fair enough.
زبالة ليش؟
Remembering.
يعني فريقين زبالة.
With wine, not much to go on either, especially not in Beauclair.
Perhaps.
عذاب على الفاضي يا اخي.
Worth remembering.
طب فيرتون خن.
شكله الكيمستري بينهم زبالة.
طب فيرتون خن.
Blackmailer. Kinda curious who it could be. Regis. Somebody kidnapped a vampire's lover. Bold to begin with. Now they're forcing the vampire to kill. A vampire you yourself insist is no murderer. Blackmailer's skilled. Someone special.
Astute. Now that I think of it, I'm beginning to wonder if...
It's not one of your kind? Another vampire?
Precisely. The plot thickens.
Just a hypothesis. Wouldn't set my heart on it till we know more.
Right you are.
Let's sum up what we know. Seems Detlef's being blackmailed. Someone's been feeding him his victims' names.
All noted down using one and the same Nazari ink. And not in his handwriting.
Not much.
But enough to ascertain Detlef's innocence, clearly.
I would do the same. I would do the same صراحة.
Being manipulated. Some lunatics turned him into a tool, making him kill.
Some lunatic. محمود انت اللي خليت ديتلاف يقتلهم؟ والله جيرالت جاي يقتلك.
Could be worth a shot. But what about Detlef? He gonna go on killing while I'm out searching for his
Seeking to help. I'll await him here. He's sure to return sooner or later.
Ought to wait with you, maybe.
روح تنام لك ساعة ونص وترجع.
Simply failed to appear. I'd better stay alone. You must trust me on this.
Fine. Need to report to the Duchess
محمود.
first.
So be it. We'll await
انت
you
اللي
here.
بتكتب رسائل لديتلف؟
And I both.
A lunatic.
في اس بي سي جديدة محمود بس زبالة.
مالها؟
زبالة.
محمود عمر عمل شو اسمه سايد كويست هسه ولا اظني ماشي؟ بتقول لا عشان نخلص بسرعة ولا شو؟
لا يا اخي بس انه السايد كويست يعني
انت حكيت لي عن سايد كويست يا اخي حاب اعملها. لما الصرصور يصير يحكي.
مع اني بعرفش وين بتبدا هاي السايد كويست اصلا.
ما انا حاب اعملهن كلهن عرفت؟
مع هيك وانت بتعمل بروجرس بالستوري حيكون في سايد كويست.
لا في منهن انت بتلاقيهن، في منهن انت بتلاقيهن بالغلط.
ما هو
ما هو خايف تكون منهن، والله واحدة لقيتها بالغلط منهن يعني بتجنن كانت عن جد. حرام يكون اسمها سايد كويست.
وما حققه يا اخي. يعني هاي توسان بتخلي نوي جراد تبين كأنها الزرقاء.
والله يا اخي هذا عرس هيك مش عارف انا يا اخي. والله مش عارف.
طب هذا غلط. هذا محمود.
اوه شوف المنظر. بس عندك راح يكون بكسلات ممكن.
عاد ترى في منظر خرافي، في منظر هيك خلال.
شوف والله شوف النسوان محلاهن. يسعد رب النسوان، يسعد رب كل مخلوق لكوس.
يعني هذول اذا بروح على نوفيغراد شو بصير باجريهم؟
والله بلتان تعريس عرضهم. Geralt.
I was not mistaken. You arrived, trouble followed soon after.
Step aside. Got a matter for the Duchess.
At last, Witcher. We've been on tenterhooks. Did you catch Milton's killer?
Case is more serious than we thought. The beast, I couldn't kill it. Didn't manage.
We sent you after a monster and you return with nothing? We are very disappointed.
Situation's not quite that simple. Beast's a powerful vampire.
Is this a problem? Is it too much for a witcher? A monster slayer? But everyone knows how to end a vampire. Draw him by trick into sunlight. Or arm yourself with ample garlic and drive a stake through its heart.
Garlic's useless against vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those methods, pure invention. Only work in legends and fables.
And buckthorn? When I was a child, Grandmama Ademarta always claimed buckthorn drives off vampires.
Silver sword's your best option for keeping them at bay. But it won't get the job done, because only a higher vampire can truly kill another of its kind.
Excuses. Ha! Your Grace, I shall assemble a battue. Bring the matter to its end at once. The Witcher need but tell us where to find this monster.
Go ahead. Send them to their death. Certain death.
To a lone Witcher, perhaps. To 40 of my men-at-arms, but another skirmish.
40, 50, 100, doesn't matter. Won't make any difference against him.
You have not seen my guardsmen in action.
Can they fight fog? Hit a target that moves faster than the wind?
How? What creature can do such things?
Creatures like this one. Higher vampires, we call them. Each one's a little different. Unique or exceptional, you might say. Some transform into giant bats. Others communicate with animals, command them.
Yet all are still brainless beasts.
Dead wrong. Thinking of lesser vampires. Alps, Echimars, Catacans, for instance. They're ruled by instinct, sure. Attack anything that smells of blood. Higher vampires? They think. They employ reason.
Monsters driven by reason. A curious contention. What, then, do you intend to do?
It's way beyond being some monster. This is a powerful being that's walked the world for centuries.
Impossible. If so great is their power, why have they not killed or enslaved us all?
شفت هذا المذقل دمه يا محمد؟
Mostly stay out of our way because they don't care about humans one way or the other.
مش سامعك دقيقة.
And they do not fear we shall wipe them out one day.
هذا اللي دمه ثقيل اللي قاعد تحكي معاه.
They're well aware of their strength.
Then what can we do? Do you have a plan?
شو قلت؟ ما سمعتش.
دمه ثقيل هذا.
قرف كس امك كس امك.
That's our best bet.
I cannot believe this. Her Grace summons a Witcher to kill a monster. Instead, he wishes to chat with it.
Know what I'm doing. His lover was kidnapped. He's being blackmailed.
محمود.
Blackmail?
دخلت قولي بالانجلش.
To explain how a vampire might be blackmailed.
Higher vampires, they're like us, motivated by emotions and instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, they're emotionally rich, capable of feeling many things, even love. This one fell in love with a woman, a human. and he'll do anything to keep her from harm.
You do not, I trust, suggest we
يكون انت فامباير يا قرر.
free, or wait until it murders again. We must render it harmless as quickly as possible.
طبعا سفينة يا عمر عيب ولا زبالة؟
لا عيب.
اوه شوف جرالت فري ذا فامبايرز لافر، شكلها هي اللي ما خطفتها صح؟ وهي اللي امرت بالقتل ولا؟
Which is why that's my
An
aim
innocent
now,
woman.
to prevent further attacks. Vampires only half the problem. Vampires at fault chiefly. Kidnap the woman to control the vampire.
And what do you propose to do?
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire's lover.
طب شو تلعبوا رينبو ولا لا؟
Destroy him.
يا اخي انت
Not help him.
مو
No
دايف
one
جوب
else should
وفيرجن 2
die.
والله.
That's most important.
طب
As soon
تلعبوا
as the
فيفا
woman's
ولا لا؟
safe, he'll have no more reason to kill.
حاجة فيفا بعدين بس هيك لحظة يا
Admit to
اخي.
being swayed, Witcher.
طب اشتريها يا عمر.
You may be right. Do you know anything about the blackmailer?
Got one lead. A few scraps of paper. Blackmailer wrote the names of the vampire's victims on them. One of them stained. A drop of wine, looks like. So damn little to go on.
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear. Send for the ducal sommelier. Hop, hop! In Tucson, wine is sacred. Here there is no such thing as a drop of wine, or stains that
شاك عن هاي الملكة يا
they are stains from a drop of Estes, Ervelus, Fiorano.
Your grace wished to see me?
Witcher, show him the paper scrap. Benoit, can you determine which wine made this stain?
قص امك.
Yes.
من هو؟
The west bank of the Sala too. That's rather obvious. Aged in barrels of Beauclair oak. Simplicity, clarity, high. It's simple. Sala Real, the 1269 vintage.
That's
طب وين ساكن يا عمر؟
طب هذا اذا بروح عنه فكرات شو بصير له اذا بحكي زي هيك؟
wine is produced at Castle Revello, especially
بجيب ديكسترا يبوسه
exclusively for
يم
the
هيك
ducal
بشلطيطه
table.
وماكل خرا. اذا شفت وجه ديكسترا شو ماكل
Perhaps
خرا؟
was stolen. We must go to the vineyard. See if there's not been an incident.
San Real. Never heard of it.
It's highly unlikely you've ever had a chance to partake of it. As I said, it is only ever served to the ducal family.
Didn't stop it from ending up on that scrap of paper. Unless your grace's sommelier is mistaken.
In matters of wine, Benoit is never
ترى هاي
mistaken.
بتقرب لإمير.
If he says it's Sonreal, it is Sonreal. We must ride to Castle Revello at once. Discover what has happened.
Wait. Your grace wants to go with me? Out of the question.
I hope you do not suppose we will sit on our ducal hiney and do nothing while our duchy is in grave danger.
Your Grace, what you propose is far too dangerous. The Witcher should go alone.
It pleases me to see you gentlemen finally agree on something. But I've made my decision. We shall go, accompanied by the best possible escorts. You, Captain, and Geralt. We will travel incognito. We've no wish to give the court any
Incognito.
reason to gossip. For the duration of this mission, I release you from your obligation to adhere to court protocol. In short, from now on, I am Anna Henrietta, not your grace.
Yes, Your Grace. Witcher, are you ready?
Yeah, ready to go.
Excellent. Give me a moment. I must don something more appropriate and concealing. Then we will be off.
الو.
يس.
اللي تغير احسن رحناها.
شوف احسن الملكة كيف
ماله
بمشي على جنب. ورني 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 ورني
أوري 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 أوري.
طب فضل مايسترو يا محمود. دخلوا على البارتي.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a vampire?
Know of a man who defeated one, sure, but he didn't manage to kill it. Ultimately, only another vampire can kill a vampire.
الفامبايرز أقوى من الويتشرز بكثير.
طب هلا انت يا عمر شوف
الهاي فامبايرز. هلا زبال.
Hunters have attacked the wagon. We must help.
Stay back, Your Grace. We shall see to that. Beg you, beast! Because...
اول جير يا اخي.
Time to move on.
محمد انت ما عملت فايت مع اول جير صح؟ من اول ما تعرفت عليه؟
نعم.
ما ضربت ضد اول جير من اول ما تعرفت عليه صح؟
لا بس حضرت الفيديو لما تضارب معاه. I made the wrong choice by mistake. كبست على التويس الثاني بالغلط.
An old master of the winemaking trade once.
جرالت قطع راسه ورد ركبه.
He's held his post for years. There's never been a problem till now.
يا اخي بس طريقة السورد فايتنج بتاعتهم مش طبيعية.
The stain. How did it wind up on the paper? Is someone from the vineyard blackmailing the vampire?
Could be a servant, could be the steward, could be the wine was just stolen from the estate.
We shall know when we arrive. It's not far now.
Keep calm. Start no problem.
دستور جلالة الملكة أنا هنريتا.
Captain de la Tour, we did not expect any visitors from the palace. How are affairs at court?
Doubtless you've heard of the Beast of Beauclair. Well, we've our hands full. Especially since the rogue last attacked in the palace gardens.
I trust Her Illustrious Highness was not harmed?
Kind of you to ask, Master Fabricio. I am well.
Your Grace? We were not warned. I shall order the salon prepared at once.
That won't be necessary. As you can see, we are not here on an official visit.
Naturally. Might I ask...
رجل زي المنافق هيك رجع لورا ومشى.
This is an inspection. We've got questions. You'll answer them.
And who are you, sir, to speak to me this way?
This is Geralt of Rivia, a witcher.
كرواتيا أنت بتشجع كرواتيا يا
My
محمد.
personal invitation.
هيك لابسها كرواتيا.
Which is to say, I expect you to treat him with the utmost respect.
Of course, Your Grace.
Did you hear that, Witcher? Fabricio will be delighted to answer your every question.
Want to talk about San Real?
I am at your service.
Who hauls the barrels to the palace?
We've our own garrison. Guards who have served here for years and would answer with their heads for the wine.
The San Real. How many vineyard workers have access to it?
One might say only I do.
Not like you make the wine all alone. At least a dozen others work here.
I see you've little notion how wine is made. Grapes travel a long road before they become Sonreal.
The workers assist me only to the stage of fermentation. I see to the maceration personally and let no one near the fat. Work the aging barrels myself, each and every one.
The wine lies in the cellar, gains character. Once this process is complete, it becomes Sonreal. And as it happens, only I have the key to the cellar in question.
We'll not get anywhere asking questions, I see. It's a waste of time.
Your Grace? How am I to understand this?
Master Fabricio, we have proof someone's gained access to Sonreal. Someone who should not have, which means one of two things. Either you lie to our face, or you are an idiot who has had wine stolen from under his nose and not even realized it. In either case, you shall answer for it.
But...
Silence! And listen. I shall inspect the barrels in person, thus giving you time to reflect. When I return, I expect to hear answers. Remind me, where is the Sonreal stored?
In the main cellar, around the corner. I'll show you.
I shall find it. Give me the key to the cellar and wait here.
Oh, of course, Your Grace. Here it is.
Come, Butcher.
مرتم.
محمود نزل تايتن فول. شوف ده بهدله ايوه هبيله.
He has his flaws, but I would never suspect him of such. He's been very loyal. He owes all he has to me. His father frittered away the family fortune. He left
حتى لو بنزلها والله ما راح افتح حياتي، انا بعرف حالي.
Fabricio lived as a beggar until I appointed him.
والله مريضين والله عندكم مرض انتم. يعني عمر جد عمرني قلت لك عن لعبة حلوة وطلعت مش حلوة.
يا اخي ما راح العبها والله في كول اوف ديوتي في هاي.
ليش يلعبها؟
ما راح افضلها.
ما يرضى انه يلعبها اصلا. طب يا اخي ليش فريق ارسنال زبالة؟ والله ليش؟
يلهم والله.
بس على القليل فازوا.
يا اخي مدافعينهم زبالة.
والله شوف بيوتي اند بيف. محمود.
مدافعين كل اشي.
محمود. شوف بيوتي اند بيف.
اي لاعب اي مدافع بيجيبوه بيطلع زبالة.
Vintner's log. Fermentation completed with no complications. Tapped above sediment line. Here it is.
بيبي والله
احلى بالفيردي نومة الغزلان هاي بسموها.
Neatly and thoroughly documented.
طب هذا بيبي والله
Then we must follow our other lead.
لا مش فلوب. امبارح انت اسيست جول. وهذيك المرة حط ثنتين فري كيك باخر دقيقة. بالحظ.
والله فاشل والله مش لعيب.
رأيك؟
طب يا عمر مين احسن هو ولا راشفورد؟
Got Pamino over here.
مين؟
راشفورد ولا بيبي؟
محمود. بدك تلاقي لي مهاجم. كيمستري تاعه مناسب.
راشفورد. ماركوس راشفورد.
ما هو شكلي راح ارد اجيب بس في احسن.
Nest. Think everyone and their mothers heard of this wine.
Among the best in the world. Castel Ravello is famous for it.
بعدي يا قحبة.
في مهاجم يا عمر.
لوكاس.
مين؟ غلط. اويجي. جيرو والله جيرو بشبك يا عمر مع اثنين. اذا بدك.
جيرو بزبط جيرو.
ايوه deep Joe. 46 fates. Less than an egg.
Fiorano, Dandelion's favorite, adores it.
Ah, yes. That sophisticated palate of his.
يا عمي ايوه است 2069
فاردي عمر لعيب ولا زبالة؟ جيمي فاردي لعب 16 جول هذا الموسم.
Sanreal, 1270 vintage.
That's the wrong year. Keep looking.
Sanreal, barrels are dated 1268.
Close, but not quite the right year.
ايوه
Right here, 1269. What now?
Let's see if any barrels are empty.
Wanna open them?
For now, a knock will suffice. If you hear a hollow thud, we will have found what we seek.
Full. This one's full too. Full. This one's full too. Full. Looks like all the barrels are full. Dead end, I'm afraid.
Full they are. The question is, are they full of Sanreal? Grab a tap and a hammer. We shall open them one by one and taste.
Wooden hammer for tapping barrels. Got the taps.
Then get to work. Let's broach those barrels.
Ready.
Step aside.
So?
Those hints of spice. Distinctive. This is Sanreal. Revolting, bitter plonk.
Could have gone sour while aging.
Impossible. This is not wine. This is contaminated refuse that should never have made it into a barrel. The fact that it did was no accident, I'm sure.
Master Fabricio. Let's see what he has to say about it.
الو مدرج عندي مطرود. كيف هيك العب جيم سريع واطلع؟ يعني ادخل جيم سكواد باتلز واطلع خلص بروح.
But your grace,
You are a step away from losing your head. Speak the truth.
انت طلعت من الستريم؟
لو اطلع على طول بس اسكت. لا بحضر. اني بسأل يعني.
I admit it. I sold a barrel of Sorial. I beg you to forgive me.
Why did you do it?
I couldn't resist. The sum they offered, it was enormous. I gave in.
Is what I provide not enough?
I wished to buy back my family's estate. For here, nothing is truly mine. I've a roof over my head, ample food to eat, but what is a nobleman without land of his own? I shall tell you everything if you agree to show me mercy.
Who'd you sell the wine to?
A few weeks past at the pheasantry, a rich nobleman approached me. He called himself a diplomat, well connected at court. He suggested we embark on an enterprise. Some of his clients had offered dizzying sums for even a drop of Sorial. He was to serve as intermediary.
This man's name?
He never revealed it. He was tall, black-haired, and spoke with a foreign lilt. He claimed to hail from Sintra.
I've no Sintrin aristocrat at court.
Wine itself. How'd you hand it over?
We met under the cover of darkness in the ruins of Fort Astre. A dozen or so men came to collect. Armed men. The kind that stink of trouble. I had hauled the barrel there. They transferred it to their cart, and we went our separate ways.
That's it? That the last you ever saw of them?
That is to say, a few days passed. A messenger arrived. He said they wished to buy another barrel and, well, I've prepared it. Have it ready to deliver.
Really thought nobody'd find out.
I was a fool. Very foolish. I beg you, Your Grace, you must forgive me.
شالوها أغنية Battlefield 5 المنيو.
Get out of my sight. Captain, have your men take Master Fabrizio to the dungeon. He must answer for his crime. High treason the charge. What now, Witcher?
We set a trap. Need to catch the wine thieves. Sentry and Noble could be our blackmailer. Next, transport. I'll take it to Fort Astra. Damien and his soldiers will cover me.
Once I agree with you. We will do as you say. Let me know when you are ready.
صراحة هو اوفر برايسد والله.
مين؟
See no reason to wait.
Let's
get going.
We will set out
كثير على مدافع.
position ourselves before you arrive.
شوف فران العاد. شوف فران 200,000.
Watch for my signal.
طب بيها وجيب امتيتي، شو رايك بالنسبه لك؟
لا اوعك. نصيحة
مش حبيعه على طول محمود.
اخ لاخوه اوعك تجيب امتيتي اوعك. بيعه يا عمر بيعه.
جيب امتيتي يا عمر، جيب امتيتي. ارخص رخيص هتجيب وشو
مش زبالة. لا مش كويس للصحة عشان بجيب لك سرطان.
طب احسن من فيليب بالخرا اللي كنت حاطه، والله ماني بمهم.
لا والله مش احسن، والله مش احسن، والله مش احسن.
يا اخي فيليب هذا اخر مدافع بالعالم.
Relax. Now we wait.
بعته.
طب عمر شو رايك بفيليب تبع محمد؟
مين فيليب اصلا؟
بلعب باتلتيكو.
طب مارسيلو مين احسن، هو ولا روسيليون؟
لا روسيليون.
our
طب
favorite
مندي
vineyard.
ما بدك تجيبه؟
روسيليون احسن لفت باك في اللعبه.
عشان شايف كومنت عفتت خلاص.
1000 كومنت شفته احسن من مندي والله، بيقولوا
شوف
كثير احسن من مندي.
شوف الكومنت تاع مندي طيب.
طب محمود مين اجيب مهاجم يا اخي؟
ماركوس.
It's not him.
ايوه شوف
يلا طلع سيف اول جير.
للبيبي يا عمر.
محمد صار ساعة قاعد يضرب بالفرندي والله.
شوف هذا شو كيف دخله.
شوف كومنتات مندي يا عمر عفتت. هذه تشوف كومنتات مندي. ها؟ شوف الكومنتات تبعون مندي.
ما راح اشتري. لا
لا شوف الكومنتات.
هذا شوف هذا محشور بالزاوية.
والله اكل خرا هذا.
Is it just me, or did we agree you'd wait for my signal?
That was the plan, but...
Great shot. Good thing you reacted.
أيوة صيف.
Can't say how that would have ended otherwise.
At your service. It was a good fight. We managed to capture one of the scoundrels.
Let's ask him a few questions. Come on.
Which? A moment.
فجأة صار منيح معك هذا.
انت روسيليون عاتبك يا مان. better than مندي. والله في كومنت يعمل better than مندي.
Well, I had no reason to trust me, and I didn't do much to change that.
True. You are not the most endearing of men. At any rate,
better
I
than
see
the
the effort you
expensive
put
مندي
forth,
in my opinion.
and I appreciate it.
طب اكتب
Let
لك
us go
كومنت
to
عمر
horse.
انت. والله
He awaits
ببين.
nearby.
والله انت يا محمود شكلك حتعلم علي السنين الجاي. بس محمد مثلا يجيب روسيليون يقول والله هذا عمره موت عليه.
طب عمر اعمل حط هاي. اكتب كومنت عن روسيليون. اكتب better than مندي. يلا.
This prisoner of yours, bring him to me.
اعمل لك
You must
كومنت.
ask him some
اكتب
questions.
better than مندي. شو سمي حالك شو؟
سمي حالي مندي.
better than مندي سمي حالك. اتحداك والله اتحداك. اي لاعب اعمل عليه هاي. والله انا في عندي بان والله لانه في لاعب اسود.
ما انا كنت راح اكتب روسيليون is a better nigger than مندي.
تعرف شو كتب؟ ما بان مسحوا له الكومنت. كتب is he a good cotton picker عن واحد هيك اسود. والله اسود. كتب is he a good cotton picker هيك لاعب اسود. والله لو تشوف شكله. والله عملوا لي بان. والله بس اجاني هيك لايك كثير بعدين اجاني بان.
You're the beast of Beauclair.
والله كلهم بكتب اشياء غبية. شوف روح عند فاردي شوف كل الكومنتات RIP player of the month فاردي.
Usually only take measures like that as a last resort, but in this case, I think I can make an exception.
Do as you deem fit. He is all yours.
شو الكومنت اللي كتبتها عن روسيليون؟
ما كتبت. بديش اعمل اكاونت والله ساعة هسه.
لا اعمل والله يا اخي اعمل والله بدقيقة. اتحداك تعمل اكاونت سميه كوتن بيكر.
Provided they catch the scent of its blood, but I'll see to that.
يلا اعمل اكاونت والله بدقيقة بس حط يوزر نيم وايميل وباسورد. حتى ما في فيريفاي ولا اشي.
No, don't let him! I'll talk!
تاخذ نصائح من الناس هاي لما تكتب him or
Barrels.
Mindy
Where were you gonna take them?
بجاوبوك.
I don't know.
Captain, need that rope after all.
I truly don't know. Hornet's the leader, only he ever knew where to go. But he lies over there, dead. That one. The first barrel went to a warehouse at the port. But where this one was bound, I don't know. I speak true. You must believe me.
Who hired you?
He'll kill me.
Ought to be worried about me right now. Who is he?
Go on, man. Spit it out.
The Centurion. That is what they call him. I've never seen him, but I know he mustered a man for this cape. That's what they said, that we were working for the Centurion. I don't know anything else. I swear it.
Take him away. Throw him in the dungeon. He shall await trial there. Captain, we ride to town. Gather your men and seek out the Centurion. Someone else must have seen him, must know of him.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll report to the palace as soon as I learn anything.
I shan't return to the palace. Our mission has not yet ended. The Witcher and I will await you at the guard post near the port.
Let's go to town.
Let's go to the town. Let's go to the town. Amar deep sent your boast by Beauty. Beauty the beef. والله شكله قد اصبع رجلي.
It's late.
Relax, he'll come.
There's something I'd like to know. How can you be so damned calm?
Side effect of my mutations. We Witchers rarely get the jitters.
What if something has happened to him?
Captain seems like a man who can take care of himself.
Perhaps he can, but this Centurion appears to be no common bandit. He managed to steal ducal wine from under my guardsman's noses. We only learned of it through a fortunate coincidence. And it was he who specified the victims for the vampire. One must be exceptionally confident to blackmail such a monster.
Sooner or later, everyone slips up. Centurion stole the Sun Real. That was his mistake.
Yet if we had not happened on the wine stay...
You're right. We got lucky. Even so, still can't be sure he's behind the kidnapping, the blackmail. Need to find the Centurion, whether or not he's responsible for the murders. Even if none of it's his doing, he could still know our blackmailer's identity. Besides, it's one thing to know who ordered the killings. Another thing entirely, and just as important, is why they...
Hello.
Someone's coming.
تحضر؟ لا قاعد احضر.
Captain, why so long? We expected you hours ago.
This Centurion does not work alone. We are fighting an organization, not one man. Bandits attacked us, not a small force either. One of my boys has a broken arm, another a shattered knee, lamed for life. And the word on the street is there's a hefty bounty on your head, Geralt.
Don't care. Down to business. You learn anything?
I will start at the beginning. The port warehouse where the wine was delivered, we identified it, then learned who had hired it out. This proved to be a beggar, a stand-in. We found him. He admitted all. A man had paid him to sign the lease. A man he met while...
Guys, if you want to see some private video...
There, fate lent us a hand.
A
waitress recalled spilling wine on a nobleman who spoke with a Centurion accent.
What did he look like?
Her description was not helpful. Handsome, well-dressed, with a beard. No distinguishing marks. This could be
يا أخي
anyone.
تعرف يا عمر شو كنا
But she
نسمي
remembered his
راموس أنا
female
وسند؟
companion very well, as she recognized her.
آه
The Centurion's arm was Cecilia Bella. The same.
هذا
He
اللي
went to her
ناقص
home immediately.
هذا اللي
Cecilia
ناقص
wasn't there, but we questioned her servants.
حلو.
The chambermaid claims
هذا اللي ناقص
Cecilia
يا
is to
عمر.
meet a Centurion gentleman
شايف؟
tonight. She'd
يا
invited
أخي
him
تعرف
to
شو
a
كنا
reception
نسمي راموس
granted
أنا
by the
وسند؟
Mandragora.
دوغموس والله كنا نسميه هيك.
The Mandragora. What's
ليه
that?
ليه؟
A club, an affiliation of local artists. Painters,
سند والله
sculptors,
سند.
troubadours and dancers.
Never heard of it.
They exude
طب هذا السؤال هذا
mystique,
الكويتي شو أخباره؟
consciously, I think.
ما نزل عن
Behaving
ميسي؟
like an exclusive cabal.
بس لا يستحق
Artistic
الكرة
elites.
الذهبية
Every now and
ورونالدو
again they mount
والدايك
soirees.
يستحقون.
Only wealthy patrons are invited. All arrive in elaborate masks and drink and flirt.
أيوة والله نزل.
Gotta nab the Centurion. Seems we have to go to that get-together.
You read my mind, Witcher. I shall gather my men, surround the establishment. Not a mouse will
يا
squeeze
أخي
through.
بدنا
Out of the question.
فيديو.
If the Centurion truly does have men about the city, he will find out and escape once again.
Duchess is
ليش
right.
عم بس-
Need to be careful. Best go there, blend in with the crowd.
Precisely what we shall do.
We, Your Grace.
Geralt and I. In that sort of company, the Witcher could use my help.
Where's the event gonna be held?
The Mandragora always assembles at the same place.
والله هذا
A
يا أخي
residence
أهبل.
in Oatville. It's a very distinguished district. Geralt, you must don appropriate attire. Then meet me in Oatville in Mountebank Alley.
I should double the patrols, just in case.
Scott McTominay is only the best player at Manchester United. Jose Mourinho.
أوف
معقول حكى هيك؟
والله لعيب هذا مكتوماني.
طب شو بوجبا شو وان بيساكا؟
لأنه هو الوحيد اللي برد على كلامه.
لا لأنه هو اكتشف هو طلع على فريق مانشستر يونايتد.
ايش محمد؟ ايوه
Don't underestimate me
أيوة.
boy.
Damien's right. I'm a hunted man.
سيف اول جير يا الله بجنن.
صح؟ اوف كونتراكت انا ويتشر. The fuck؟ والله يا اخي الحقني يا صرصور. خلينا اعمل مديتيشن مادامني فاضي. مديتيشن
A worker, no player, right?
Nice tune. Late. Why does that not surprise me?
مع الإيجا.
Oh, Geralt. I knew I should have taken you to the palace, handed you over to my tailor. Whatever are you wearing?
Sorry, didn't have time to change.
طب ما أنا
Luckily, I prepared for just
أيوة.
such an eventuality.
زجاج.
Don this doublet. Its cut is all the rage these days.
أوه فخم.
شوف الان جيم ستاتس تاعنا.
مين هذا؟
شوف الديفندينج. تخيل هيك ديفندينج رايت باك.
Nothing like a budding artist,
مين
of
بيساكا؟
course, but just one other detail. Here, put it on.
A mask.
All who attend the Mandragora soiree wear them. If you
ممتاز
have one
والله
on,
ممتاز.
no one else.
قديش حقه؟
ما موجود على الماركت اكستنكت.
Let's go.
انا اشتريته ب 29,000.
Wise
عندك
of you to
إياه؟
hide your weapons.
آه.
They'd not have let us in otherwise. That's certain.
لست كان بنباع بقدر ابيعه ب 65 بس هو بيستاهل اكتر بيستاهل 100,000 وبنعمل له ابجريد لسه.
بوبو بنعمل له
ابجريد.
بنعمل له.
How do we find the
Sure.
Symphrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask
Sure.
after his partner Cecilia first.
لازم.
Raise suspicions. As soon as we find her, we find him. Especially since he might be expecting us.
What do you mean?
Ran into some of his thugs in town. Knew who I was. Had it in for me.
Right you are. We must proceed with caution. Come, it's our turn.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora soiree. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
Tell us about these performances.
This evening, the Mandragora has the honor to the third and fourth.
We were really hoping to meet Cecilia Belant.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample opportunity to converse with her.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps you could help us find her.
I don't know where she is now, but I can give you a clue.
Let's hear it.
Seek the Kaviri orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair. You shall recognize her easily by the orchid.
Well. Dandelion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
بضل تخوت على داندلاين يا أخي.
The residence belongs to none of them. They are guests here.
The bored
Oriana, she owns
Dandelion.
this. Woman in the black dress. There, on the balcony.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask?
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Koviri Orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, we'll find the Symphrian.
Go on, Geralt, be bold. Show us the artist in you. The paintballs, cast the canvas.
Good folk, yet another soul longing to express its creative side.
Well, you are not alone.
Silence.
كيف درمي هنا ضول؟
ايوه كل دمبلينج.
Or a deeply internalized fear.
اوف
ارمي انا هنريت عشان ترجع كانوا بجراد.
شكفات. I'm gonna draw a penis.
It's obvious. It represents transgression in its purest form.
It's obvious it represents اقلبي وجهك وتشاطب penis.
That green, lush and verdant as a field of vines. To vines and to wine! The composition takes shape.
Yes, it's sure to be a masterpiece.
طب بعد the fuck؟
اوف انت متى عندك بوجبا؟ هسه اشتريته؟
Pretentious. I was prepared for all sorts of criticism.
Shut up.
Look, lanterns. They say releasing them brings good luck.
Blah blah blah. Avant-garde schmecker.
الثاني الغرفة الثانية.
فاضي الغرفة الثانية.
لا ادخل. ادخل ادخل على هذيك الغرفة اللي فيها واحد واكبس عليه.
Avant-garde schmecker. It's all about two things: coin and copulation.
كيف هون ما كانش يرسم واحد مشلح؟
لا.
والله مستحيل حاسس.
Draw me like one of your French bitches.
Do not disturb. Shoo, shoo.
It's the right flower.
شو هي مستحيل؟
Of course it is. A Kaviri orchid lends just the right contrast to her complexion.
Need to talk to your model. It'll only
ليش
take a
draw
minute.
me like هون الا بتكون هي مشلح؟
Lie still. You may speak, but for love's sake, do not move.
Wow. Impressive portrait.
I know the style, the stroke. This is Dorian Velez.
The gracious lady has heard of me?
I've heard Anna Henrietta herself wished you to paint her portrait once.
At one point, the palace chamberlain even wrote to me, but...
What was the matter?
When he learned I only ever paint nudes, he severed all contact. He said he would not dare offend her illustrious highness with such a proposition. I've always longed to paint her. Such a shame.
I think you may still get your chance.
والله مش هنبطح.
We came here to meet you, specifically.
To meet me? But why?
Centurion Noble you came here with. Wanted to ask you about him.
Centurion Noble. Ah! You must think I'm Cecilia.
Orchid confused me.
I told you not to move!
As she concluded her performance, Cecilia tossed the flower into the crowd. I caught it, but I did see the nobleman.
Really like to talk to him. What did he look like?
Like many here. Tall,
Hello.
dark, masked.
Know where he might be now?
He gave Cecilia a small gift, a heart-shaped box. Then they strolled off together towards the refreshment tables.
Excuse me, madame, monsieur, I cannot work like this. You must leave now.
Let's go. Your words, as you've made no effort to understand. It's a metaphor of the constant struggle for
We must
power.
throw off the manacles.
Love letter penned on a napkin. Look.
Oh, my amour, my sunbeam flittering across the firmament of my life.
Oh my love.
Empty heart-shaped
Oh my
box.
amor.
Cecilia must have left it behind.
It looks like it held a flask of perfume. Gift from the Sintrians, I imagine.
Scent still hangs in the air. Let's follow it.
But what if he doesn't come?
He'll definitely come.
Sorry, only artists in the Mandragora allowed.
Come.
استعمل
We
الأكسنت.
must consider what to do.
يا زلمة.
I'd recognize that voice anywhere.
You must be mistaking me for someone else.
I served 15 years in the palace. Your Grace, I'd not mistake you for anyone.
Shh. Not so loud. We are here incognito, on state business.
Yes, Your Grace. How may I serve?
I hope we can count on your discretion.
Of course. I shall be silent as the grave.
Looking for Cecilia Bellant. Seen her?
She's in her dressing room, where she went with a nobleman. They clearly were drawn to each other.
What did the man look like?
Tall, broad-shouldered, a black beard peeping out from under his mask. And he spoke with a foreign accent, a drawl of sorts.
That must be him. We must get to the dressing room, quickly.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take you.
No, stay here. Anyone tries to flee, you stop them.
Understood.
Quickly, upstairs.
بعدين يتناهجوا.
That must be Cecilia.
No pulse. We're too late.
He slit her throat. The brute.
Didn't go out the door. Guard would have noticed. Might still be somewhere here.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert Oriana. At once. She should bring her soiree to a close.
Shouldn't split up.
Geralt, I will be fine. Go after that rogue. I shall fetch help.
Killed her, and went out on the balcony. Bloody bloody handprint. It's his. Tore down the door. Made a platform. Clever. Must be pretty strong, too. Must have climbed this ladder.
والله شوف الديتيلز اللي على الأواعي.
Could still be here. Need to stay alert. Smashed mirror.
راح أشخ ورا.
يا عمي شو هاد؟ والله حظ. والله اللعبة حظ. يا عمي والله غباء. هذا من التاود.
الو الو.
Into it hard and sank to the floor. Jewelry box. Lock's busted. Picked open probably.
يا عمي شو هاد؟ والله حظ.
Snap chain. Jewel must have been on it. Blood stains.
دبل ما بدي لا ما بدك تلف.
Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this. Must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace. Seems there was a struggle. Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for. Blood on the window frame. Someone climb out?
يا عمي
Fall
دبل
out.
يا الله.
Sconce is bent, smeared with blood. Someone try to grab it? Empty inkwell. Knocked over, turned toward the room. canvas is cut. Somebody took a knife to the painting, looks like. Hunting knife, richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably. Jewel was in the box, it seems. Centurion tried to steal it, but someone got in his way.
يا عم جريزمان والله حبيعك والله.
They fought,
ضيع
struggled,
جولين.
that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. Fall had to have killed them. Jewel's still here, though, so our Centurion must have been the flyer.
يا عمي لعن أبو الحظ. والله هينباع والله خلص.
So, this is the tracker. A witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he set off in pursuit of the killer.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Centurions killed his last. Finally failed this time. Shame it happened too late for Cecilia.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. But I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer. I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, we should sit. I will tell you everything, in full detail. I caught him red-handed, attempting to burgle, rifling through my possessions.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He
Fell out of the window.
Just so.
None too wise picking a fight with an armed robber.
Why? Because I'm a woman, in a frock rather than plate. I can take care of myself, I assure you. A hairpin might look like mere ornament.
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes. He stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewelry.
Mm-hmm. After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it, many years ago, from a young woman.
Jewel seems important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years. Then it disappeared. I didn't think we would ever recover it.
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it. Look.
The heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Centurion must have been on a job. Got very clear instructions what to look for.
So it is not him we seek, but his employer.
Hello, Omar.
Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the Lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
Duntine. Remember the place. Abandoned ruin just a few years ago.
More recently, the family's last heir, Roderick, returned to his ancestral seat and restored the castle.
Know any more about this Roderick?
His grandfather was an advisor to Queen Ademarta. The family received those lands as a grant for his service. Roderick is quite the recluse. He avoids society, preferring the company of a small team of knights, though the latter term is imprecise, as they seem more akin to vandals with crests on their shields.
Oriana, everything we discussed here, hope you'll keep it to yourself. counting on it, in fact. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.
Oriana, any thoughts?
Few make me feel awkward, but in her presence, I sense anxiety, discomfort.
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. Drawn with the same ink, too. Seems the work of our blackmailers.
Who were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Son Real and sought to steal the heart of Toussaint.
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Not something I'm willing to believe. Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on your life.
It could be something else altogether. My sister, Siana, might be among the schemers. She left court when we were children. My parents banished her from the duchy. I've not seen her since.
Think your sister might be involved? Why?
You see, I recall her always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if I had something she didn't.
Here, that's normal for sisters. Rivalry.
True. I suppose I gave as good as I got. There are times I miss that very much. The wine, its theft, was the first clue. That's very much like her. She always did enjoy stealing my toys, but I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Siana received it from father as a gift. At a time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved little girl, someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen, or recovered. It's my sister. It must be.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries? Could be right. What did your sister do to get banished?
Siana was cursed.
Parents run afoul of some mage?
No. She was born at an inopportune moment. They said she was touched by the curse of the Black Sun. Geralt, is it true? Can an individual be evil because they were born during the wrong lunar phase?
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth. Isolated, prodded, ostracized. Couldn't have had it easy, Siana.
She was angry at the whole world. She felt inferior, felt pain, though she masked this with confidence, arrogance even. She could also be cruel at times. I recall one such situation. She persuaded Cedric the Coolbird that she could see the future in her dreams. We were children, and Cedric's brother was smitten with me. It was an innocent childhood crush. Siana knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had, that he would die at the hands of his own brother. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed 2 lives with a prank. Cedric mourns to this day. In the end, they forced her to leave the palace. A decade passed. More. I've missed her terribly since. Your mission has gained new import. You must go to Dun Tyne, and if Siana is there, you must find her. No matter what she did, she is not to be harmed in any way, shape, or form. You must make sure of that.
Can't guarantee her safety, unfortunately. Especially if she's one of those responsible for these crimes.
Witcher, that was not a request.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Regis! What a surprise! I had no idea you were in Beauclair. And this is...
My very dear friend, Detlaf van der Eretain, an arrival from Nazaire.
We are lending our combined resources to the Witcher's hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid. But why are you here at Oriana's?
They came to pay me a surprise visit, so I invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other for... ages. Literally. Witcher, I hear you know Regis too. Even that you are friends.
Few I can rely on like I can on Regis. Kinda hoping he thinks the same of me.
Curious. It seems opposites really do attract.
Don't be fooled, dear. Geralt has many merits. He merely hides them from the world very diligently.
You said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the Beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe-to-toe
عبد الله في
with
باكيت راح اجيب لي اياه واذا في بسكوت كمان جيب لي ومي.
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see sword in hand. Talking gets the job done for some.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
It might want to apologize.
My word. What might the monster wish to apologize to a witcher?
باكيت راح ومي واذا في
There are
بسكوت.
times there is no choice, when loved ones are at risk and require protection.
Same as humans. Put them in that situation, they'll kill too.
You understand this. It must be why you and Regis are friends. If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the witcher trade for now. Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire. I spent time there as a child.
Fond memories?
It was wonderful. I was positively entranced by the land's fashions. Deep-cut dresses I found most fascinating.
I believe we're running short on wine. I should go to the cellar, bring another bottle.
Let me go. When I help Regis, know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
We shall return forthwith.
An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a witcher,
and the Duchess of Toussaint? My.
Highly exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Detlaf here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous, and you were gonna watch him.
But that is precisely what I'm doing. Detlaf believes you'll succeed in your task, and he'll not need to kill anymore.
That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renna.
Guessing it's no accident you two stopped by.
It would be quite some coincidence indeed. No, a dutiful little bird told us.
Oriana. She really your friend? Can she be trusted?
I met her years ago. Before I met you. And before she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in... I can't begin to tell you in how long.
But I shall tell you all about her some other day.
Now listen close. Managed to learn where the blackmailers are. They're based at Duntine Castle.
That's splendid news. If they are there, Renna must be there as well.
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there too. Thing is, she might be involved. Could be behind the blackmailing.
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract 2 women from the castle?
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Detlaf, who wants revenge above all else.
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got a way with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Detlaf here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to any harm.
I hope you know what you're doing. Fine. I shall see to Dettlaff. Good luck, my friend.
You're back. It took you long enough.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. Especially a wine to be served to two exquisite ladies.
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish the second bottle with you. Duty calls.
Your Grace, always a pleasure.
I thank you for your help. It's been invaluable. Geralt, will you see me out? You have exceptional friends. This Dettlaff, an intriguing man to say the least.
Didn't expect the evening to end like this.
Neither did I. But I have not drawn you out for a romantic stroll. I wish to make certain you know what you are to do.
Mm-hmm. Gotta go to Duntine.
I've decided my guardsmen will support you. You will meet them at Count Delacroix' mill. It stands along the Saône-Retour River, near the Cockatrice Inn. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at midnight. You shall storm the castle together.
لقيت؟ بسكوت طعمه قهوة ولا ايش؟
والله باهي والله باهي مش طبيعي والله مش طبيعي.
شو اشتريته؟
والله مبابي يا اخي، اول شوطة جول، اول شوطة.
طبعا انت دافع كم دفعت عليه هذا؟
900,000. والله كان هيجيب له ثاني.
Welcome, good sir, to Dupont.
Show me what you got back there. So long.
والله سكت.
الو
وين انقلعت؟ راح عليك احسن شيء.
Show me where you
قعدت انا
شو بيندت لك صح؟
قعدت انا والفامبايرز ها.
الباب يا عمي مش طبيعي. والله سكبت هذا الباب. بقطع الكرة منه برجع ياخدها.
هسا انا مدرك عندي كرت احمر اذا بفوت جيم باتلز سكواد باتلز وبطلع على طول برجع عادي ولا لازم اكمل الجيم؟
لا عادي برجع.
اوكي طب تعطيني 10,000 هسه وبجيب راشفورد.
بس قد دمك.
يا اخي والله بدي منه 10,000. ما انت قلت 50,000 يا محمود، اعطيتني امبارح 40,000، في 10,000 لسه. حلال خليني اجيب فيهم راشفورد وخلص.
والله شوف الكذب.
شوف الكذب.
هذا لا يقول هيك كذب.
يا محمود راشفورد قديش حقه؟
تخيل 8,000. اوه 7,000 على 3,000.
لا مو 7,000، لا معي 7,000. You have been banned from FIFA for buying from Mahmoud coins. اوف 7,200 بس، معقول؟ يلا. على فكرة محمود احسن كيمستري ستايل على مودريتش مش انكر انجن، غيرته. وديمبلي حطيت له ديد اي.
يعني انت بتتبع فوتبول يا مان.
ايوه بتبع الجمهور، انا شخص جمهوري وليس شيوعي. يا اخي سواريز قديش حقه يا اخي الزباله هذا.
مش اكيد مش غالي بس مش رخيص برضه.
So long.
راشفورد والله يا خوف ارد اشتري وابيعه بعد 10 دقائق. 6,200 ماشي، 6,800، 7,000 بالضبط.
Invitation to a Gwent tournament.
ليش هيك بطيء السيرش يا محمود؟ في شيء؟
Greetings.
ليش هيك السيرش بطيء صار في الترانسفير؟
Geralt. Heard up. If you...
No.
يا اخي انا لعبة مشفرة عندي، لحظة.
What do you have on offer?
Bitch be for real. طب محمود اذا بجيب راشفورد بكون 10؟ يا اخي اللعبة مشفرة عندي والله. داون كونكشن.
ايوه هاي جريتر. ايوه والمغلاها. اخ لو على البي سي كان بعمل شيت انجن خلص بشتري كل شيء. اوف انا عندي جريتر، عندي واحدة جريتر.
ايوه
لا بديش اقلف، بدي رون ستون.
الفيزيكال تاع سان ماكسيمان احسن من سيسوكو، خلاص هيك اللعبة بدها.
يلا شوف المنوب هذا طلع.
بربنا she a bad bitch on was getting a bitch on. Shawty she got sweat on cash and I wanna. Try to shit right on a gear zone. I'm diving like a sailor, I'm at an airline. في لاعب زي خلت
طبعا لا. طبعا لا. عمر من وين دشر الرون ستونز هذول؟
مش متذكر. رون ستونز لا الا بتقدر تشتريهم في واحد ابصر يا اخي مش عارف وين موجود. في عادي جان سميثز بيبيعوا منهم قوايا.
هيني جان سميث. هيني جان سميث بلاك سميث الحسطيزي.
ايوه
جان سميث. والله مرعوب. والله شوف بقدر اشتري هذا الشيلد.
شعر شيء رارا
resistant to piercing damage.
محموش محموش راشفورد يا اخي صورته خرا راشفورد والله غيروه يعني.
صح؟ والله بضحك مش خرا بضحك
زي اللي خارج والله زي اللي خارج. 7300 راشفورد
خاري وليس بداري.
اجيب عليه هوك هذا كامل. اشتريت راشفورد معي 400 كوين باركوري. Welcome to the Mohammed Club. Charlie Chica sweat I'm cashing out Mahona. Charlie shit para on the zone.
خليني أعمل
All these diagrams somehow wound up in Toussaint. How is that even possible?
Toussaint was once home to Tien Sai.
Got it.
What? We?
Where do I...
Yeah. Bandits. I say, I don't need no money to be savage. When I want the money, I feel savage. She a definition of a bandit stoler.
His name was Aton. I remember him well. My master liked him, helped him find a safe yet well-paid contract. A few years ago, an archaeological expedition arrived in Toussaint from Castel Gropia. Asked about the elfin ruins at Termes. He warned them of the danger there and recommended they take Aton as an escort.
What kind of danger did he mean? Any idea?
Legend claims wraiths haunt the chambers beneath Termes. I cannot say if there is any truth to this, but both the scholars and the Witcher disappeared without a trace.
The Griffin. What can you tell me about him?
He came some 200 years ago, but my master remembered him well. This Witcher was not stripped of emotions, you see, as his colleagues were. He had taken on a contract at the Fort Usa and required better gear. He showed apparently he rode off one night from the fort, never to return.
Any idea where he went?
No. It said he left in a rush, so he may have left something behind. Only ruins remain of Fort Usa, but you may wish to search them.
Let's talk about the cat.
A year ago, Bartolome Delaunay, the ducal armorer, asked me to confirm
Try to
the
share right on
authenticity
it.
of
On
a
it.
Witcher diagram he had received by messenger. You see, at the time he was working on new armor for the ducal
يا اخي مين في واحد زي دمبلي هيك
Witcher from the school of the cat
كويس.
offered to sell him
وين؟
diagrams for a full set of gear.
يعني بيناسب مع راشفورد
Diagrams would have been
مثلا
helpful indeed.
مش حبيع دمبلي بس ممكن.
بس انت ماكسيمان اللي ملوش حل.
انا بدي واحد يعمل لينك يا اخي مع راشفورد يعني.
طب اعمل لينك مع راشفورد.
بدك تلعب عمر؟ بدك تلعب؟
بالضبط.
بس عندي مبابي.
والله الله يرحمك، والله مبابي مش طبيعي. إله.
Searched his former home for clues, but it has fallen into disrepair, and it is simply too dangerous there.
Tell me more. School of them.
He bastard.
Farewell.
Good luck on the path.
To his own cowardice. Claire has struck again.
استنى شوي انا في جيم.
You will find solace there. Citizens, Vauclerois, Toussaint-Trois, wherever.
What the fuck؟ روت شو بعمل هون؟ ما نجتوش.
Disperse! The exhibition of the Reginald Aubrey monuments will remain closed.
طب مو ده جوبه.
ألعب سكواد باتل جولد كلاس.
Yes.
Your reputation precedes you, Geralt.
Your boots could use some polish, Baker.
Move it.
Oh.
جبت راشفورد عدد يا محمود.
بس سمعت، بس شافك اونلاين. بس اقول محمود صفار الزنخ فتح، خليني اروح.
والله شو هيك سندويش عمر اخذت اياها؟
بيوتي اند بيف.
شارع عبد الله غوش جنب الدوار.
بس غالي شوي. 6 دنانير او اكثر.
والله صغيرة بس.
سندويش صغيرة. ما هو هاي موضة صارت. سندويشات زي هيك.
ليش الزفت هذا مش قاعد يركض؟ كس امك يا روتش، كس امك كس امك.
والله بس تشوفون محل مرة هناك
Whoa there, Roach.
أقول أنا ممكن زيادة هاي معي.
Slower.
What the fuck is that?
طور لي ثاني عندك. راشفورد نزل.
Let's go.
يا قلبي انت تعبتني صار حبتني يا تعب وقت ما نفسي تقول.
Come on. Must be Deloney's residence.
My soul cannot handle this. It simply cannot. Oh, let me order's wounds.
Calm down. It's over.
I thank you, sir. And you must forgive me my momentary loss of composure. Are you in need of accoutrements, monsieur?
Looking for scrolls, manuscripts, bearing diagrams of Witcher gear specifically. Any chance you've happened on any?
I've not yet managed to inventory the sundries. I arrived just a short while ago. The bandits arrived with their terror, but you may ferret about if you so wish.
What do you have that you're willing to sell? Villa looks abandoned. You its owner?
More its temporary steward. By order of the Treasury Minister, yet.
Thanks. So long. Say you're willing to pay me for resolving the problem?
السوري.
محمود
Another tale of a life compromised and ultimately claimed by greed and ambition.
ايش قاعد تلعب؟
والله كان ضدي ضد واحد ضد أربعة كلهم شفتهم. أنا وحش والله وحش. أنا مثلا وحش. أنا مثلا يمسحها يسوي، بس ما صار في فرق. GTA سحب علينا، رامبو سحب علينا، FX سحب علينا، فانتيك سحب علينا. عم تعرض
بكرة.
محمود محمود
عم باكل صديق.
رحت آكل.
معلش انت تكتبوه.
عم باكل.
يا قلبي انت تعبتني وانسحب لو كان في كفاك. يا الوافي يا قلبي استفاد.
عم باكل.
والله ايش الزبالة هاي؟ كيف دفوت جوا الستيت هنا؟
اي ستيت؟
ايوه هيو.
اوف لسه بتلعب ذا ويتشر، والله انك وحش. وين وصلت؟
بسوي سايد كويست عشان اجيب ارمور احسن.
عم باكل.
Hail, sir!
Thanks.
والله ديجافو ديجافو ديجافو.
وينك بكيرمورهن؟
لا بقول لك سوي سايد ميشن.
طب المعجون.
يا اخي بدي افوت الباب بس مش عارف كيف. والله كيف بدي افوت.
طب المعجون. المعجون.
تعرف انجلطت انا. شوف اليوتيوب.
نعم.